Of course, 2024, more than just about the presidential race. The race for Congress is an important one as well. Joining us now, Harry Dunn. Harry was one of the Capitol police officers on duty January 6th, 3 years ago. He's been an outspoken critic of the events of that day and is now running for Congress in Maryland's 3rd District. Thank you for joining us, Harry. I think many of us remember your testimony in front of Congress back in 2021, riveting, certainly at many times. I want to play a little of it right now, if I can, this bite from Politico.
I was stunned by what I saw. And what seemed like a sea of people, Capitol police officers and Metropolitan Police Officers, MPD, were engaged in desperate hand-to-hand fighting with rioters across the West Lawn. I witnessed the rioters using all kinds of weapons against officers, including flagpoles, metal bike racks that they had torn apart, and various kinds of projectiles. Officers were being bloodied in the fighting. Many were screaming, and many were blinded and coughing from chemical irritants being sprayed in their faces.
Riveting testimony then, riveting testimony now. You've endured a lot of racial, just derogatory names being thrown at you. I think it's fair you've seen Congress at some of its best. You've seen Congress at its worst. And this is what I want to start off talking with you with. You've seen Congress on some of the worst days, and yet you still want to run to be a member of Congress. I think a lot of people come to D.C., they don't like what they see. They think it may be something different. They leave. You've seen Congress at its worst, and here you are running.
You know, well, first of all, thanks for having me on. It's great to talk with you. But yeah, I have seen it at its best. I've seen it at, well, no, let me back up, not so fast. I don't know if I've seen it at its best yet, but I've definitely seen it at its worst. And one of the worst days of our country's history was on January 6th. And yes, I like to live by the phrase that until there's nothing that can be done, there's always something that can be done. And I believe this something right now. I believe I've exhausted everything that I could do as a Capitol police officer to affect change, to bring about justice and accountability as a Capitol police officer. That I run that race, and now it's time for me to step into a new role with Congressman John Sarbanes retiring from Congress. There's an opportunity now for me to have a voice, a seat at the table in a dysfunctional body, and try to bring some commonality and some functionality to the halls of Congress, and also be a voice, a forceful voice that I've been over the last 3 years for the people of Maryland's 3rd District.
Yeah, the race for that 3rd District in Maryland already has 5 Democrats running in it. It's where some people in the district say that they live in a suburb of Baltimore. Others say it's a suburb of D.C. You have beautiful Annapolis as well. Now, you don't currently live in this district that you're running for. I'm curious, how do you think you can represent it if you don't live there?
You know, I spend a lot of time in the district, so it's not like I'm a stranger to it. And the things about, being a neighbor of Baltimore, a neighbor of D.C., both things can be true. I look forward, now that I have resigned from the Capitol Police, I have time, and I will be able to move into the district. And I look forward to meeting the constituents there on a personal level and getting to know how I can fight for them in Congress.
You've certainly seen what political extremists can do firsthand. Is this issue, protecting democracy, your sole motivator for running? Because, many of the polls show that the economy is America's top issue as we go throughout this 2024 election year.
So not only am I just a candidate, I'm also an American citizen too. And these issues that are affecting everyday Americans are affecting me also. So no, my democracy is not my sole motivation for running. However, if January 6th didn't happen, you and I probably are not sitting here having this conversation. I mean, I identify with a lot of the Democratic policies already, and I want to work with the members of Congress that are already established to make them better, lowering healthcare costs for the people across the state of Maryland, common sense gun reform, codifying Roe v. Wade into federal law. It's several things, obviously, that I want to get done in Congress. From my start of being outspoken, I've been speaking about mental health, and I would love to incorporate programs and bring a light to that so we can reduce the stigma of mental health also.
Well, Harry Dunn, former Capitol Police officer, author, and now congressional candidate, thank you for your time.